Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, friends. Let me just go live here on Instagram. All right. So, hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Dr. Simran here. I am if you're new here, triple board certified physician. Worked in hospice and palliative care for 10 years, and then also a lifestyle medicine physician and coach. I am a BRCA1 previvor, meaning I have this genetic mutation that increased my lifetime risk of cancer. And 10 years ago, I started down this path of finding all the ways I can empower myself with my everyday little habits to reduce my risk of cancer and just optimize my quality of life and longevity. And that has led me to where I am standing today because it all started in the kitchen for me and with this lovely human, my mom. So I'll let her introduce herself to you, but we come on live every Wednesday to show you how we can make simple recipes that are plant-powered, healthy, delicious, and we can put them together very quickly, all while talking about the different benefits of plant-based nutrition and lifestyle medicine, mindset, all of the things. So, hey, Min, how are you?
Hi everyone. This is Minnie here, and I'm live from Toronto. And I am mother of two and grandmother of four. And I'm two-time breast cancer survivor, divorce survivor, and now in the mission of self-healing practitioner. So I'm also on the same path, like plant-based and how I can improve my quality of life. And I'm helping in my community to so many people with their journeys of cancer and stuff like that. And in the mission to enjoy life now, semi-retired. So I'm so excited today to share a nice recipe with you.
Yeah,
So
I'm
here
curious what you're
goes.
gonna make.
Yeah, so here we are both sharing our own recipes and chatting with the cooking with chatting. That's the title of our show. So and then our knick-knack of our like no joke, our jokes between mother daughter jokes. I
Yeah,
find them.
my mom lives in in Toronto and I'm outside Washington D.C. So this is one way that we connect each week. And so anyways, we're excited to be here. We're excited you're here. Thank you for being here. Please drop in the comments where you're tuning in from if you have any questions. Today we're going to be making a simple salad. Spring is here. All the spring vegetables are here, which is amazing. And it's like my favorite time of year to start incorporating fruits and vegetables into salads. So today we're going to make a beet lentil citrus salad.
Okay.
Um, which is going to be so good. And if you want the recipe, right? That's what it's going to look like. If you want the recipe, comment the word beet, B-E-E-T, after the live is over, and I will send you the recipe. Otherwise, Min, what are you making?
I'm actually, we are on the same tone. I'm making spinach orange beet salad.
Ooh, okay. So very similar. So obviously the base of our salad is going to be greens, and you can use all sorts of greens, whatever floats your boat. It doesn't matter. Minnie's got spinach there. I've got arugula. You could use a nice spring mix. The beautiful thing about a salad is you can, no matter what your recipe is, you can change around the recipe based on what you have in your fridge, right? So for me, I'm still recovering from this cold and this cough won't go away. So here we go. So for me, I've got arugula. And then on top of that, what we're going to use for me is I have these steamed beets. Now, beets are one of those foods that are honestly a superfood in my books, from a lifestyle medicine perspective, because they are a natural detoxifier of the body, but they also contain something called nitrates. And in our body, nitrates turn into nitric oxide. What is that? It's basically nature's vasodilator. So if any one of you is on, blood pressure medications that opens up the blood vessels, or Sometimes men have to take certain medication to open up the blood vessels down there to, help them get erections. Those are vasodilating medications, and that's what beets do. They naturally open up our blood vessels. And so what that does is it brings more blood flow, it brings more oxygen, great for circulation. Actually, it's really good for athletic performance. So if you are an athlete, beets are a great pre-workout snack or a post-workout snack because they will, improve your endurance with the improved circulation and oxygen. And then also it'll help with muscle recovery. So I love beets for that reason. And then obviously because they're really good for your circulation, it means they're really good for your heart health. So beets are amazing. Now, the one thing with beets is that they're not the easiest to prepare. They're messy. You get beet red coloring everywhere. They take a long time to cook. So it can be challenging. So what do? I just buy pre-steamed beets. My kids love them. Oh, okay, Minnie has it. I think this brand is called Love Beets, right?
That's
What's
right.
it called? Right?
Yeah, love
So
beets.
yeah, and I buy a big box of them, which come with 4 sachets of pre-steamed beets from Costco. You can also buy it from your grocery store. So it's a great brand. The beets are delicious. My kids love them. My husband loves them. You can eat them just like that. You can add them to a salad. I give them to my kids. Like today, they took it as a snack. So there's lots you can do with them, and it's just an easy way to consume them. So super healthy. So our base greens and our vegetable we're putting in today are going to be beets. And then it's a citrus salad. So what that means is we're going to have some oranges. Right now, these sumo oranges are like my obsession. They're so good. My mom looks like she has mandarins there, the baby
That's the
ones.
Mandarin. Yeah.
When I was a kid and we used to go to India, I have this fond memory of walking to the fruit stand with my grandfather and getting these sumo oranges. So every time I eat these, I remember Nanaji, which is my mom's dad. And that is the beauty of food, guys. It is so much more than just food and energy. It's nostalgic. It's the memories that, we carry in the foods that we eat. And so one of the things that I'm really passionate about is creating generational health, because we don't just pass down genes. Like my mom and I unfortunately have this genetic mutation that radically increases our lifetime risk of cancer. Like she said, she's a 2-time breast cancer survivor. But we don't just pass on genes and genetics in families. We also pass down lifestyles. And so one of the ways that I'm really passionate and fond of raising my children is to create memories around healthy, whole foods, and to make it fun and so that it's enjoyable, so that when they get older, this is what they carry. These are the memories that they carry that are not just nostalgic, but also healing them and keeping them healthy. And that's what they're going to carry on to their children. So anyways, that's about the oranges. Now, the cool thing about the oranges is the way we're going to add protein to this meal is through I have now you can change this up however you want, but we're going to add beluga lentils. So beluga lentils are a little baby black lentil, super amazing because they're super high in fiber and in protein. And I think I wrote it down. Half a cup of beluga lentils will give you 10 grams of fiber and 17 grams of protein. Oh my God, that's insane, guys. And then on top of that, you're also getting your iron, you're getting magnesium, you're getting potassium. And this is where the magic of the oranges come in. Mom, what are what are oranges rich in? What do you get from oranges?
Vitamin C.
Right. And the beauty is your beans, lentil, legumes are super high in iron. And when you pair them with vitamin C rich foods like oranges or red peppers, yellow peppers, it actually increases the absorption of iron in the body. So that's a great way to get foods to work together or synergistically to your benefit. I should call this thing coffee and cooking because I always have my coffee when I'm doing this instead of lifestyle chats. Um, so, anyway, here's our lentils. I made them already. And the other nice thing about lentils is that they're super easy to make. Like, I just had them 1 cup, 2 cups of water, literally 15 minutes, 20 minutes on the stove, and you have whole bunch of lentils here. And this, in a sense, is meal prep too, because I'm not going to use all these lentils in my salad. I'll use half a cup or 1 cup, and then the rest of it can go in the fridge. And guess what? Tomorrow, when you're making a salad or whatever you're making, a soup or whatever, you can throw the lentils in there. It's going to add more fiber, add more protein to your meal.
I am putting these seeds.
What are you
Sunflower,
adding?
sunflower
Sunflower
seeds.
seed. Right. So,
Half a
you
cup
know,
of sunflower seeds.
so you can add nuts, seeds, you can add different types of lentils or beans to your salads, which is going to add protein. So other ideas, I have hemp seeds here, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, 10 grams of protein, but then also really great healthy fats in here, great for your brain, great for your immune system. Same thing with walnuts, right? You can add walnuts, great omega-3s. You can add pumpkin seeds, again, more good source of iron. And then the recipe actually calls for pistachios, so I'm gonna
This
add,
is pumpkin seed, right? The green ones.
yeah, the green ones are pumpkin seeds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm mixing up.
So yeah, if you're just tuning in, guys, we're making a beet lentil citrus salad, and my mom's kind of putting together whatever she has. And that's the beautiful thing about when you're cooking at home. Even though you're following a recipe, just grab what you have and make modifications. And as you do this more, as you cook more at home, you're going to get better at this and quicker at this. I remember when I was still in med school, I called my mom one time because I didn't know how to make rice, and I was trying to make dal and rice. Dal is Indian lentils, and she was on the phone with me the whole time, and I burnt the rice and the dal, and it was so frustrating. And the thing is, all I wanted was some dal and rice, right? And the thing is, I didn't actually get serious about learning how to cook until I found out about my genetic mutation 10 years ago. And then I had kids, and I really wanted to make sure that I was feeding them real food. And the only way I got good at it is by doing it over and over and over again. And a friend of mine said to me the other day, I was like, I don't know what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. And she was like, I know you always come up with something. You're going to be fine. Right. So the only reason I'm able to do that is because I do it all the time. Right. So it's just cooking, and being in the kitchen is just like anything else you do. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I'm not at my mom's level yet. One day I will. All right. Anyway, so what else are we putting in here? Alliums. So these are scallions. They come from the allium family. So think garlic, ginger, onions, or green onion, whatever. Great for cancer risk reduction. So I always try to add garlic, onion, ginger to every single one of my meals. And obviously I'm Indian, so we add it to every meal anyways. And then let's talk about our dressing. So last week we made a Caesar salad dressing, which was really tasty. And we talked about how you can make dressings at home super, super easy, right? And healthier, because you get to control what you're putting in them in terms of how much salt you're adding, how much oil you're adding, how much sugar. That's the biggest thing. A lot of times people end up, getting a salad thinking they're doing healthy thing for themselves, and then you find out that salad dressing is loaded with sugar. So I'm talking because I'm really good at talking, but if you have any questions or thoughts, it's always easier for me to talk to other people. So drop your questions or thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So this recipe also calls for white vinegar. I'm not a huge fan of white vinegar, so I always sub it for apple cider vinegar. It's fermented. You get better gut health and metabolic health benefits.
I love
So
apple cider vinegar so much. I even put it into my curries.
yeah, I
In
mean, it's a
any
great,
dish where I need little acetic or citric stuff, I instead of using white vinegar or lemon, I use apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I learned that from you is like instead of using like sometimes I don't have lemon, I use apple cider vinegar. And it's
And
a great
actually, it doesn't taste bad at all. Like, especially when you're doing such a big pot, 1 or 2 tablespoon doesn't stink or anything.
Yeah. And it's a great thing. Like most of my salads are actually very simple. It's just a green salad. And I usually add apple cider vinegar with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. And it's actually a great thing to eat before your meal from a metabolic health standpoint because it can actually help regulate your blood sugar. So I always have a big tub of a big bowl of greens, and then add apple cider vinegar to it. It can be a little bit harsh if some people drink it in water. It's a little harsh on the teeth. So you want to be careful. You don't want to ruin your teeth enamel. So having it in a salad is probably better. If you
Somehow
do,
doesn't work for me. That apple cider vinegar tea doesn't work for me. So
yeah,
adding it to your food, you don't even realize that you're having it.
right. Okay, then we're gonna add some garlic. It calls for actual garlic. I don't have any garlic, and I don't have any in the freezer either. So I just add some garlic powder. The best thing you can add, honestly, to homemade salad dressings is Dijon. It makes everything taste better. And maybe I'm just married to a French guy now, and so I love Dijon mustard. But it's really really good. So we're gonna add a tablespoon. I'm actually going to add 2 tablespoons. Why not? Um, and then another great thing to add to your salad dressings is something called miso. So miso is actually fermented soybeans, and it's really it's very salty. So it's a great way to like add more savory or salty flavors to your
I
food without
somehow
actually adding.
don't acquired the taste for miso yet. Like
Doesn't
I
really
have,
have
huh?
it doesn't really have a taste though.
I don't know. Maybe I have not worked enough with miso. I
Yeah.
don't have it in my kitchen. Whenever I come to your kitchen, I use it. Otherwise, it's not my. Or maybe I need to do it more. I don't know.
Right. It's just an ingredient you haven't used. So, um, anyways, so then we're going to add a little bit of maple syrup. Um, and then all you do is you shake it up. Now, I was telling you about all my ingredients. I didn't actually put my ingredients in the bowl like my mom was doing because I actually like to dress my greens first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in here. So one of the things, actually, my lentils are actually sprouted lentils.
Oh, nice.
Um, so I know you like to sprout a lot. Do you have any tips for sprouting?
Sprouting is something you need to start with the easy beans. You know the brown lentil, the one you have in your house,
Uh-huh.
and we call it whole masoor dal, brown dal. And
Uh-huh.
then you just soak it for 3 4 hours or 5 hours. It
Uh-huh.
starts sprouting. So first you dip it with the immerse into like big pot of water, and then take out all the water and let it be in the humidity, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
then within like 24 hours you get those brown ones. Then you can start with the mung dal sprouting, you know, mung dal, that green one.
Mm-hmm.
That one takes about 2 to 3 days, but start with the brown one, the one you have at home. And
Uh-huh.
that one is very easy to sprout, like within 24 hours you get sprouting with it. And
Mm.
it's not difficult. You can, and if you find it challenging, there are Amazon, you can get these sprouting kit, you know. It's like 3 day process kind of a kit for sprouting. You can buy that also, or you
Yeah.
can see mason jar also. Mason jar is another one.
And the other question is always like, why should we sprout?
Sprouting is good question. It becomes
So,
live. It becomes live, and the shoots come out, the root is there. It becomes more live, and even the protein content goes like 4 times, 5 times more.
Yeah.
I
So it
think the
increases.
30% more. I think moong dal, regular moong dal is 21, 1 cup of a regular cooked moong dal gives you 24 grams of protein. You can add, you sprout that, and it will give you 30% more. So that will 1 cup of sprouted moong dal will give you 31 grams of protein, which is equal to a chicken breast protein.
Right. So the beautiful thing about it is that it increase, like what she's saying is it increases the bioavailability and the nutrient absorption. So you get more vitamins, more minerals, more of everything good from sprouting. It's not that hard. And also if you're somebody that has difficulty digesting lentils, especially if you don't
Yes.
eat a lot of lentils, it can help with the digesting process. Just like soaking lentils or beans before you eating them can help with the digestion. So yeah, sprouting is really, really great. So here we go. We have been talking for what, like 20 minutes. I mean, the salad would have been done way before, but we got a beautiful salad here. It looks really, really good. And I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Mine is
I'm
just
excited to eat it.
vinegar and lemon, salt and pepper. That's it. I didn't put any fancy ones because as we started our spring season, I said I will give you easy 1, 2, 3 kind of recipes with less ingredients. You start with the base and a um, basic vinaigrette, and that way you get your olive oil in with this, and from there you can always add on to, you can make the same recipe, you can add more nuts, you can add tofu, you can add lentils, whatever. So
Yep,
yeah, once you start with couple of things, it's, you don't have to think too much, and then you can always add more addition to your salad. I can
absolutely.
make very intense salads. Simran knows, like 10 ingredients, 12 ingredients, and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a loaded bowl, right? And this is totally going to fill you up. You've got um, lots of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, right? Antioxidants are plant compounds that reduce oxidative damage, free radicals. They help boost our immune system, our mood, everything. I mean, antioxidants are the magic you get from plants. Lots of fiber, lots of protein, healthy fats. I mean, it's literally all in one bowl. If you want the recipe for this, comment Beet, Beet, on the post after our live is over, and I'll send you the recipe. But what you're essentially doing here, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's so important to recognize that how we feel up here, right? Our mood, the anxiety, the depression, the fear, all of those emotions that we feel, or joy and happiness and contentment, gratitude, all of those positive emotions that we feel, a lot of that comes from here. Most people don't realize that 90% of our serotonin, which is our happy hormone, is actually produced in the gut. So you've probably heard a lot more nowadays about the gut brain connection. It's actually our second brain. So everything starts here. And I say this all the time, if you keep your gut bugs happy, they will keep you healthy and feeling happy. Okay? So it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and there's so much power in the food that we eat to help our mood, right? And people don't make that connection. People that eat mostly a standard American processed diet have a 40% higher risk of developing severe anxiety and depression. Like, that's how much power our food holds, right? So this meal right here is just packed with fiber, and fiber is basically food for your gut bugs. So we feed our gut bugs good fiber, they are happy, they boost our immune system, they produce happy hormones, they regulate our metabolic health, regulate our blood glucose, our cholesterol, keep our heart happy, reduce our risk of cancer. I mean, so much. It all starts here, and it all starts with the food that you're eating. So I hope you guys have an amazing day today. And Minnie, thanks for tuning in for another great week and showing us how you make your beautiful salads. And if you want the recipe, comment Beet, Beet, when I repost this. And otherwise, have a beautiful day, guys.
Bye. See you soon.
See ya.